Alright guys, so I've got a little moral dilemma for you. Now, this only applies in a very specific subset of situations, but I want you to think about it seriously and give me your answer. So, say you were a physicist or a chemist who was trying to create a new element. And then in the process of trying to create that new element on the periodic table, you accidentally created an element that the government doesn't want you to create. It's some element that has some secret powers that are not meant for the likes of you, at least according to the NSA. The NSA. So you create this element, and then the government puts you in jail for life, but you already had published your findings. The government can't do anything about it. They're already out there, and now they want to try to cover it up. And the thing is, they know that you know the truth, because you discovered the element. So they give you this option. Either they let you out of jail, you never take credit for discovering it, you never say anything about it, you just let the public discover what they will on their own. That way the government minimizes the chances that anyone finds out about its dangerous properties. Or they keep you in jail for the rest of your life, but they name the element after you, and then they just say you died mysteriously, or you went missing or something, but the truth is they're actually keeping you locked in a secret government jail for physicists who discovered illegal particles. Which option do you take? Do you take the option where you cannot inform the public, and you don't get any credit, but you get to live a normal life? Or do you take the option where you get all the glory of having that element named after you, but you have to be in jail for the rest of your life? This is a problem that many physicists face every day. Now I hear you saying, Andrew, what was the point of that question? That made no sense. And to you, I say, what if everyone just took the option where they don't put their name on it and then they go to jail? How would you know about it, huh? It's a totally legitimate question that totally could have happened. Also, I wanted to talk about trolley problems. The trolley problem is such a well-known theoretical moral dilemma that a lot of other people try to frame other moral dilemmas in the context of the trolley problem. Now, I didn't do that because I value my integrity as a moral dilemma creator. But in case you don't know, the trolley problem goes like this. There's two tracks, a trolley's coming down, you can divert it to either track. One track that it's already going towards has 5 people strapped to the track who are gonna die if you let that trolley go. The other track has 1 person strapped to it, but if you switch it to the other track, you are taking action and causing that 1 person to die. So even though you're saving 5 lives by only killing 1 person, you are directly causing that 1 person to die, whereas if you don't do anything, 5 people die, but you didn't directly cause it, you don't take responsibility. Now, a lot of other people try to phrase other moral dilemmas in the same way. It's like, okay, so what if the 1 person on the track who it's already going to kill is going to discover the cure for cancer and save millions of lives? Then would you kill the other 5 people? But that's like that's a totally different question. That we're getting into all these other moral problems, and you can set these up in much more efficient ways than using a trolley problem. Now, if we were to go back to my dilemma from earlier, it would sound a little bit like this if it were a trolley problem. So there's a trolley going down a track, right? And then on one side, it's going to hit all of the paperwork that has your name on it and all the properties of the atom. And if it hits that, it just hits that and you get to have a normal life, because it also kills the guy from the government who's gonna put you in jail. So if you make it go down that path, you'll get to live a normal life, but all those papers and all that documentation will be lost, so you won't get any credit. Or they'll put your name on it and it goes down the other track and doesn't hurt anyone, but the government guy's still alive and he arrests you. That would be how it is as a trolley problem. Do you see how much less efficient? And like, that didn't make any sense. Now, I'm also thinking of this because I think that would make for a great movie. Physicist discovers a new particle, and then the government is like, hey, you either get credit for that or you get to like live your normal life. Which one do you choose? And then he of course chooses to take credit because he's a physicist, and physicists are arrogant and they want all the credit. So the audience is just like, wait, why did you do that? That didn't make any sense. Now that I describe it, that sounds like an awful idea for a movie. I'm glad we discussed this, because otherwise I would have made that movie and it would have sucked. You know, maybe I've been coming up with all these conspiracy theories lately about the government capturing people because I've been watching Stranger Things a little bit. Just maybe. Or maybe that's what the NSA wants you to think. But anyway, if the government gave me that decision, I would probably just choose to live my life and assume that other physicists who were better than me could also figure out the same problems, and then they'd all get offered the same thing, and then all the physicists would disappear and people would get suspicious and the government would get found out and we'd learn about that element. Science! But then again, all the scientists are already disappearing in Trump's America. I don't know, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.